Hey everyone, welcome back to the shop. I know. It's two wheels, not four wheels. It's okay though. I promise, it's okay. We're doing this because of the rarity of this motorcycle and this setup. Otherwise, we wouldn't do motorcycle stuff here. There's a million other motorcycle places if you want to see that. You can go to a whole bunch of other channels. But as far as I know, this is the only place online you'll be able to see this setup. I've searched long and hard and far and wide, and there's a lot of innuendo there. I'm sorry about that. Haven't had enough Rockstar yet. So I didn't bring the. I have two motorcycles. I have this, which is a 2012 Honda NC700X DCT ABS. That's the full title for this motorcycle. The reason I got this was I wanted something that could do highway speeds or 100 miles an hour, whatever. But I wanted what this is called an adventure touring bike. That's the category it fits in. It's not a sport bike. I'm not hunched over, and it's not a cruiser. I'm not laid back like that. And then it's sort of in the middle, so you're sitting upright. Also, I wanted enough for two people, so you could have a passenger on the back without them being hunched over. I mean, a backpack is nice, right? But the goal is to do a weekend and to have a nice weekend bike, and it can pretty much do anything. This one was very interesting to me because it's a 2012, but the one thing you'll notice, it doesn't have a clutch lever. It doesn't have a shifter pedal. It's actually a paddle shift. And yes, Honda did this on a motorcycle 12 years ago. So there's, on this side, you have your drive and sport mode selector, and you have a neutral. But once you put it in drive or sport, you click this little button up here. That puts you in manual mode. On your left hand, you have your upshift, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have your downshift, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's actually 6 speed, so 6 speed. And I found that kind of interesting, especially on a full-size motorcycle. Now, on smaller scooters, you see automatic transmissions, but you don't see a dual clutch transmission. You don't see a paddle shift. As far as I know, this was one of the crazy rare ones. I think Aprilia did a paddle shift setup, or maybe Ducati, but it's actually very smooth, and it's very nice for longer rides. You don't have to keep going through gears. It will do the gears for you. And then if you need to get around someone because they're doing dumb shit, you can put it in manual mode, downshift, upshift twice, and you're past it. So that's why this one is really nice. There's a few other cool things about this. You'll notice the engine is at 62 degrees instead of 30. And that's the other fun part. Technically, although it's not actually, the guy who designed the engine claimed in a press conference that it was basically half of a Honda Fit engine, which it is, but it's not really. No, there's no Honda Fit parts that work on this engine. It's pretty different, but it's basically half a Honda Fit engine. They angled it like that for a couple of different reasons. Number one, you get this, which is pretty cool. Normally that's your gas tank, but this is where you store your helmet and gloves and whatever. Also, your battery is up here, sort of right above the engine. Now, what about the gas tank? The gas tank is actually, gas tank is actually back here behind the passenger, under your butt, and over the rear wheel, lower center of gravity, all of that. So I thought that was kind of a neat setup. And that's why I bought this thing. I bought it with, I think, just under 5,000 miles on it. And right now I have fuel pump. I have 7,024 miles on it. So I've done some riding on it. I really like it. I really enjoy it. It is not crazy fast. I'm not doing wheelies on this. It's not a sport bike. It is not designed for that at all. But it's a very smooth ride, and it's a lot of fun. It's big enough, like I said, to haul two people, although it's only ever been me, but it's a really nice ride. I like it. I like it a lot. So for the last 3 years, I've been searching for the OEM luggage for this. Now the luggage consists of a saddlebag here, saddlebag on the other side, and the trunk. And that is what you see over there. These are the OEM saddlebags. And then this is the OEM trunk, which obviously goes up here. And these are really, really nice. And I got lucky one day. I was looking for part numbers for these to send to a friend. And hopefully he could score me, you know, find out what dealers had them or whatever. And I found it on an eBay auction and I bought them immediately. Now, the reason I haven't purchased before, I found other ones that were red or black, or they were incredibly beat up. Someone had obviously laid the bike down and wrecked it, or it was, you know, cracked or broken, or they wanted incredible money, like $1,500 just for the 2 saddlebags. And I was like, nope, can't do it, can't do it, can't do it. So I just kept looking and looking, and then a friend at Honda said he would, you know, take a look and see what dealers had them. The reason I like these versus the other, they call them pannier, the other stuff you put on there, was because these are a very slick OEM system. The only thing you add, and I'll go, that's why we're doing this, is to show you guys how to do this stuff. The only thing you add is this little bar right here, which is out of the way, even to the passenger foot. And then you change out the grab handles in the back. And this slides on, close this. Obviously, I don't have it on there yet. And click, and the bag stays right there. There's also a rear deck that goes on here. Same thing. Put the nose in, click it down, and you can take this stuff on and off at any time. And it works basically like a little suitcase. So you have 2 little suitcases and then 1 larger suitcase. It's a lot of storage. It makes perfect for a weekend for 2 people. You can get all your gear in there. You can also get a second helmet in that larger trunk. So when you get this stuff, all you get is the luggage. You don't get any hardware. Actually, just get the luggage. You don't even get these posts. They come, there's a whole bunch of separate hardware. And I didn't realize this until I got these bags. Not only that, but these bags are keyed to the ignition, and they were keyed to the old motorcycle. So I had to get new key locks, which are on the way. So that will be fun. But you use 1 key to open all the bags, which is, and lock them, which is kind of nice. So this is kind of a rare setup. They changed it in 2013. And so that's why I wanted to show you guys. I think this motorcycle was 2010 to 2012. And then from 2013 to 2019. I think that was the second version of this, which has different grab handles and slightly different mount points on the frame. That's why I'm doing this one, is because no one has done it before on a 2012. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this on the 2012. It's also very bizarre that you actually have to cut part of the molding. Now this is Honda. I mean, this is a multi-billion-dollar company. You would think that the guys who designed the grab handles would be able to work with the original moldings, but I guess they could not. So we're going to have to do a little dremeling, but what's cool is Honda provides you molding to make it look kind of nice. So now here's the jacked up part. So you get the luggage, and now you still need to get the hardware for it. The hardware comes in there's 3 separate things you need to get. You need to get the new grab handles, which I have over here. So there's 2 of those, a left and a right. And this is where, in the second piece of hardware that you need to get, you get these guys and these mounting posts in a second kit. And then in the third kit, you get the deck. This is the rear deck where the trunk mounts on. So there's 3 separate kits you need to buy. They range between $100 and $150 each. So it's about $400 to get the hardware to mount this. So if you can, if you're going to buy a used set and you do have, like I said, this set came off of 2013, so I couldn't use any of their hardware. So I kind of had to get my 2012 hardware. That's okay. I've been looking for this for a long time. It was worth it to get the correct hardware to match up with the correct bags that are the correct color. And I didn't have to get them from Durmekistan or wherever. They were actually in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, of all places. So a very nice shop there, had a trade-in, and they wanted to take the luggage off. And the guys were super cool and really helpful. They helped me with the keys, all of that stuff. So very, very cool shop. I wish I could remember the name of them off the top of my head. They were very nice guys. So I want to show you guys how to do this and some of the pitfalls when I was doing the test fitting of the side saddlebags. Like I said, you can get other ones. There's other companies, and they make them larger, and they make metal ones, they make soft cases, whatever. But there's usually a huge frame that goes with them. And I didn't want that frame on there when I didn't have the bags on. So if I was just cruising around town, I didn't really need the bags. But if I was going on the weekend, I put the bags on. That's why I like this setup with just the little tube here. Everything else is still open. And I have to change out the grab handles. These grab handles in the back, there's two separate positions. And then on the new ones, there is one full handle, and then there's kind of a half handle where the saddlebags clip onto. It's kind of the only difference. It's not a huge thing. Excuse me. I'm burping rockstar. So this system was a lot cleaner than the other stuff that was out there. And all of them are going to be about $1,000 for the hardware, the bags, keys, locks, etc. So I wanted to stick with OEM. I thought it looked a lot better. It was a cleaner install, etc. I did some like I said, I installed these because I did have all the hardware necessary. And I wanted to test fit, make sure it worked, and width and all that. So I'll go over those guys. They were actually very, very easy to install. But I'll show you the rest of this, taking the seats off, getting inside, taking the grab handles off. And then I already have one of the templates. They actually give you a template. So here are all the instructions. That's for one, that's for another, and this is for the grab handles. So, and what's really funny is on this, when you get the rear deck lid, they tell you need this, but in really tiny fine print, it says sold separately. So, and also this sticker doesn't fit anywhere on the deck, the rear deck. So I don't know. I'm just going to have to remember 10 kilos is the max load. That's fine. Also, the one kit that came with the grab handles and the lower supports, they came with new lower supports, but these bags already had it. So I didn't use these lower supports at all. I left the ones that are in there. I just boxed them up. I'll save them for later if I need them. So the template, where's the other template? Nope. So this is the template they give you. And this is what you're going to be cutting out from trim. Obviously, I have to face it that way. But you cut all of this. Whatever's not on here, you cut away. And I'll bring the camera closer and you guys can see it. I'll do it on both sides. So kind of interesting. I'm not sure why they didn't do the kit as a whole, either just for the side bags and then have the top kit as separate. But this is how big corporations work. Also, I'm very surprised that it requires cutting in. But they changed the fairings, the plastics, between 2012 and 2013. So that's, I think, why they did that. That's okay. It's okay. Not a big deal. We can get this done. So I'll get started. I'll go through the tools as I use them, and I'll give you guys some tips as I go through. If you have any questions, definitely put it up on the screen, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. So first thing, turn the key, release the gas tank lid or rear seat, and lift up. And there's 2 bolts right here to take this seat out, and the seat slides backwards a little bit and then lifts out. And this is an aftermarket seat made by Sargent, and it's pretty comfortable. It's apparently more comfortable and a lot nicer than the OEM seat. So I've kind of left it. I like it. I gotta tighten those guys up. So nice, very nice seat. Now, oh, just don't tighten up. So that's how they are. One thing you're going to want to get for this, the most important tool, is going to be a magnet. And if you can get, an extendo one with a wobbly head, that'll help. It is purely for safety, but you're going to want to keep that handy. So front seat is off. Just set it to the side. And then we're going to take the rear seat off. Now the rear seat, and I'll bring you guys over closer here, is propped up like that. And it's got a little prop rod here with a spring and a retainer clip and a washer. And when I first did this, I thought there were 2 washers, and I spent hours digging around in here trying to find the washer. So I'll bring you guys around, and we'll take a look at this from, where did that go? Okay. From the opposite side. Slide right past there. And so you can see the prop rod here. And he goes into the seat mount right there. Try and do this backwards. So that's where the prop rod is. And on that is a very small spring. I'll set him down. I'll show you the spring and the washer. Spring and washer. So spring and washer and clip. The spring goes on first, and then the washer, and then the clip goes through the rod. Okay? So when you're taking this apart, remember that spring is under tension. It is going to send this washer into outer space as soon as you pull that clip off. So be very careful. And also the spring will yeet itself as well. It'll launch wherever the hell it wants to. So, get like a shop rag or something and pull it off, and it'll catch in that. So just remember, there's only 1 washer up top, but down here in the base, there are 2 washers. So just remember that part. Now I'm going to take the rear seat off so I stop having to hold this up. And there's just 3 bolts here. They're 10 millimeters. I just have them finger tight right now. I'm trying to get this done as quick as possible, I guess. This seat's in there really tight. One thing I do is if I take nuts or bolts out, I usually put them back, if I can, where they're supposed to go. A little harder to lose in that way. I have to get it over here. So, yep. Front seat done, rear seat done. And you guys can see the marks here, the template. I'll pull the grab handles off next. And these are 6 mil. And I have power tools for that. And then we'll also use a 5 mil to get these guys out. So let me grab some quick power tools. Get those guys out. Sorry, power tool noise. These are big, long, heavy-duty bolts, and you need to save these. And there's a washer underneath each of these too. So be careful. Be careful when you're pulling them off. Because if a washer falls down in here, you're going to need your little magnet buddy to go find him. So he comes off. And here you can see on this side the spring, the washer and the clip. And then on this side, you'll have another washer. And then on this, you have the spring washer and clip up top. So we're going to set him to the side because we're not going to use, we're going to use the stay up, but we're not going to use the handle itself. So do this one down here first. Need the bolt. And he just slides right out of there. If you want to, you can save these. You can also sell them on eBay. People like them. If they're in good shape and they haven't been scuffed up and dropped a bunch, you'll get pretty decent money for them. So, another pro tip, have a parts bin and everything goes in there. You can sort it out later, but it keeps everything kind of in one area. So we are done with this guy. Now we need to get these guys off. I think I just have this. I don't think I got a. No. Oh, yep, we're using a different. Okay. So now we can start cutting out our templates and getting our templates on. And we're going to mark these. You can sort of see where you have to cut out. And so I'm going to Sharpie this, exit out. I guess I'm going to Sharpie this and exit out. And then I have to look at the other manual. It tells you, it shows you on the instructions where you're going to be putting the other pieces, the trim pieces. So that's where you're going to be cutting out. So we're going to be cutting out right here. Yep. We're going to be cutting out right here. And we're going to be cutting out right here. And they give you different lengths. You're supposed to cut all of these lengths. So we'll do that when the time comes. For now, I'm going to take my other template. And it says cut area when used on the left side. This is the left side. So I have to cut this one a little differently than the other one. Hopefully you guys can see that. I don't know why my nose is running. So this won't take very long. I'm just going to do it over the thing. Get our Sharpie out. Whoa, try not to crumple it up. I think this is something very different for Honda. do this. Definitely don't do it in the automotive side. Yes, in the power sports side, it's acceptable. And if you guys do see anyone else who's done this, please let me know. I want to make false claims. Say, this is the first one out there. Huh. It's like kindergarten, you know? You have to cut on a straight line. It's actually dotted on the other one. It's solid on this one. Almost there. Hey, if they want exact. All right. I think we are really damn close. So this is what it looks like. Cut off. So, whoa, this is the template for this side. You can see it on this side. And I just have Scotch tape. Scotch tape. The one lesson I learned on that side, don't tape the area you're going to cut. So we have to flip this guy around and get him lined up with that corner. Him lined up over here. There. Whoa, come back here. This is just regular Scotch tape. There's nothing fancy about it. And this is a totally temporary template. I'm just folding it to match the lines on the cowl here. Sure. Launch right over there. There. Oh, my nose won't stop running. All right. Here. Top. I guess technically I don't have to pull these out, but I did. Just kind of wanted them out of the way. Yeah, this one has kind of stayed put. So now we get our Sharpie out. Oh my God. Do this side first. Oh. I guess the other thing we do is do this first basic cut. A little bit, I don't want to say big, but leave a little extra material. You can always take more away, right? I need to get that a little bit smoother. I can get it smoother. All right. Oh, this is really hard to do when your nose is flooding. Yeah, this one actually has a dotted line. Of course, my finger catches. I'm doing it at this weird angle. Let there be no doubt what's getting cut. Okay. And then over here, not that much that gets cut here. And then here, and what's really odd is this is a support bracket. There are two bolts that go right here, for the seat. So it's kind of odd that they would want you to cut that, but okay. You guys say so. Sure, this one's marked as well. Okay. So we have our marks on both sides. 1, 2, 3 sections where we're cutting. And apparently that's where our new stuff is going to go in. So if you guys will give me a minute, I'm going to go blow my nose. And I'm going to reload on Rockstar. So give me a second here. Whew. Yeah. Okay, that did absolutely nothing. So I'm just gonna have to plug my nose. You guys can laugh all you want. Okay. Okay. So back here, I'm gonna back you guys up, and I'm gonna do the Dremel. I'm gonna take these templates off, and I'm gonna do the Dremel. But I know you guys don't want the mic right next to you. Try not to leave any excess tape. Now, if you have a 2013, I don't know for sure, I don't think you need to do this. So I don't think the templates are necessary. I think this is for 2012 only. That's weird. I did cut all that out. Yeah. Well, he already has the cutout. So asked me to do that extra cutout on that side, but I have a feeling that they want me to do it on this, even though it said left side. Maybe, no, that's the left side. I thought maybe I was crazy. But, no, I'm not. Okay. All right. So, those guys off of there, grab some gloves and do some hearing protection. I'm going to trim these two. So I'll put you guys at hopefully at a cool angle. You can kind of see what I'm doing. Hopefully. Yeah, there's some kind of gravel stuff right there. Cat litter from Miata. So hopefully you guys will be able to see kind of what is happening here all the way back to here. Okay. Let's get power cord. Dremel. A Dremel. If you have a shop, you gotta have a Dremel. And this one, as you can see, this cutting wheel is made for plastic. They have a couple of different ones for metal, plastic, and wood. And you will want the one for plastic. I like hearing protection. That's just me. So yeah, oh yeah, I'm gonna put you guys further back. Well, I'll just move the mic. How's that? Move the mic out of the way. We'll put it over here. Okay. Off. Can't count how many times the plugs in and the Dremel's on. Some bonus light here. All right. that is amazing. You actually put the light exactly where my hand is. So I can't see anything. Cool. That was pretty good. Remember with sanding and grinding tools, let the tool do the work. If you have to force it, there's probably something wrong. Right out of there. I don't really know how to get in there. Okay. That came out pretty good. Really hard to know if there a way to get in there. So now we're going to change out to a different bit. And I wanted to use the drum bit to sand. I think we use a different bit. We're going to use this carbide bit. This guy. It'll be good. Okay. Hey, thanks for the balloons. Scared the hell out of me. Whoa. That's pretty damn smooth. Cool. I covered this side. Cool. Right. How's it look? All right. Down with Dremel. All right, what do you guys think of that? Now here comes the fun part, because I need to keep you guys over there for a second. Why do this? Case we have to do more. So all of these notches got cut out. There's still a little bit of room here, and you can see the Sharpie. But remember from the other video that I did, I showed you how to get rid of Sharpie, right? So hopefully you guys still remember that trick. Let's do a test fit and see how we're going to fit. So as we come in here, so oh yeah, okay. There we go. Oh wow, that's a really tight fit. That's a very tight fit. Okay, he's not even going anywhere. All right, let's check this side. Now, like I said, the nice part is how to do this little rubber trim pieces to go in there. So this is the trick. Do that nose first. This nose piece, get that in first and through, and then the other piece will drop in. So there we go. Yeah, this is a really, really tight fit. Cool. We're pretty happy with that. All right. Oh, those are for the rear. That's for the. Oh no, that's for the rear deck. And then these are for the luggage, or for the side bags. Sorry, I'm losing my mind. So. All right, you guys remember how to get rid of ink, right? You guys remember that from the video? You know what I did? Alcohol. Spray it on the rag. And this. Hey. Now on there and not on here. Is that pretty cool? Ink is allergic to alcohol. Oh. And with this stuff, even the basic ABS plastic, probably 30% glass fiber. It's kind of standard. Yeah. If I really wanted to go crazy, I could get this radius absolutely perfect. But we're going to put some trim in there, so I don't really need to worry about that. So now we need to cut all these guys. To give you this rubber trim, and there's adhesive on one side, that adhesive goes to the outside. And you cut these in very specific lengths. So I'm going to put a piece of tape on this so that I can mark these lengths. Cool. So, yeah, sorry, you guys can't really see them. Bring it over to the bench. That's all this stuff. So this is our piece right here. Right. This is our piece right here. We're going to measure, I'm going to read the instructions. 21 times 3. Sorry, 21 times 2, 28 times 2, and 38 times 2. So we'll get out our super sharps. Get out for that. Oh, 1.03. So, I love these. Pilot. So, gets it straight in. Wow, this stuff is tough. This stuff is really tough to press. All right, next one we're doing 8. Oh, 2801. Not bad, right? Nice, I can mess a little bit. not going to mark those because I already marked 21s. These are the 28s. 38s. Distinctly different. There we go. 3802. Oh, 3801. I think most people. I don't know. That really is difficult. Got our spare here. According to our instructions, 1, 2. Okay. So it tells you where 21. A is 21. Is 38. So, we'll put those guys on. Back over to a little better view here. There you go. There you go. All right, so with my instructions, we've got our 21s. So here's yes. Oh yeah. Oh, they basically go right. I'm kind of young. Stuff goes to the outside. Feel that once they're all in the right position. And it's funny, they actually tell you to clean it with alcohol. So we've already done that. Our 28s go here. Again, orange tape to the out. This is basically just rubber U channel. Out rubber. There's stuff. So yeah, when you're trimming this, make sure you get the side edge there too. This thing's going to want to form to that. Add on, but the plate goes on top. We'll have a nice but then 38. Shows it Yeah, don't show them up. Up here. Okay. That's for the corners. Just seems kind of odd, right? We've got spare, so got that. But yeah, it's supposed to make that. Okay. This one's wants. Yep. It'll be much through. Position that. Down there. What's we're using a magnet for that? Find him. Far, right? So yeah, there's the little orange strip. He goes to the outside. Let's dig out that other one. To me, these should have went all the way down, but good. Fine. Make a strip actually. Right here. Okay. This side. I was gonna say it didn't fall. Oh, yeah. So I know this is quite the adventure, but this is how they ask. Yeah. So we're gonna do it. Okay. Our rubber in place. Please. Take it very odd angles. So there we go. Got all of our rubbers in place. We are officially done with this set of instructions. Where do these go? They do not show where these rubber plugs go. Okay. So we'll have to find those out later. Done with this instruction. Grab our handle, bolts, the bolts. Gosh. One. Oh, crap. This is our old. Oh, sorry. Oh, and I also have to do the. That gets to be very tight fit. Holy smokes. Okay. We're going to have to set this stuff down. So that's why they have that rubber. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Going down. Keep it in. I haven't seen it in there before. So that does feel all the way down. Okay. Let's try it. So again, our same bolt we're using. Our other same bolt. Oh, tiny fingers. Helper here. Yeah, there's one. Dude, wow, this is really tight in here. Put those down later, but we have one piece in. It's really tight. It's like a full rubber seal on this side. Actually, I don't know if I even like that. I don't know. We'll see. Grab our other side, and I'll try to do this opposite side. And the other fun part is, got to do the rear seat prop. Side, and I'm going to get that rear seat prop. It goes in the slide. Sure that I go in the correct direction. And what's nice is when you have it out, you can just slide him out like that. Slide him back in. Yeah. They don't technically have to pull the pin. Now what I do need is the second washer on here, but I can put that on at any time. So I'm just going to hold him out of the way. Remember, nose first. Yeah. Wow. These guys are just really tight back here. I did not leave a lot of room. Yeah. Wow. This one sunk in a little bit better than the other. But still. That rubber really snugged it up. Don't want to get in there. Again, these are the same bolts and washers that we use. Washing holds everything together. On both sides. There's adjustability there too. It's really nice. Trying to get him centered. Get our centered. Yeah, I think this rubber is more to protect finish than it is to waterproof anything. So I would have thought, oh, you can't really see anything. Crank over. We do not have a torque spec on these. But feel. Like, make it sound. A bit more. Like, works. So, our new handles are on the side, which is awesome, right? These are obviously up a little bit higher, but let's not forget we have the deck that's coming up. So, this is our old one, which we will put in the safe place. I actually have bags for these. Nice. So, that is, I guess, the hardest part of these. This little top section where they want you to fold it over is not going to stay. It's just going to continue to drop there. There's not really easy. So let's do our side mounts. These guys right here, these two bolts. That's going to be our luggage mounts, and we'll pull those up. Choose one of the tools. And of course, he has a nut on the back side of him. And maybe 10 now. Okay. Let's see. Well, we'll keep this hardware, and we can keep it with the other handrails. Just in case we need it for something, or just in case we need to redo these. I know you're supposed to fix that. Yeah. Oh. Easy. This nut down here. Difficult to get to. There we go. But it's possible. Back. What the hell is all over my brand new phone? Those guys are out. Now we have our new pieces. I remember you say left and right somewhere on them. Come on. I'll have to look at them. Oh, no. The shape of them, easy to figure out. So, well, either goes like that, doesn't go like that. So, check that shape. Weave. So, that's a lot more sense. And we can double check instructions. So, part number 1 is right saddlebag, which this guy. That's the correct way. Now, these guys come with a bunch of different hardware. There's a bushing, a thick washer, where's that little sorry. So there's the hardware that comes with it. It goes in a very specific order. So the nut and washer will go on the back side. The bushing and the thicker washer will go, or the thicker bushing and the little cylinder will go on the inside. So, guys have it lined up, go something like that. Washer will go on the back side, and the nut will go behind the washer. Okay, so two lined up. I don't believe this is how it goes. But again, I can. Yeah, pick washer, bushing. Washer. Holy God. Close, folks. I think, although he sticks out kind of hard, but I'll try this if it needs adjusted. By the way, washers have a side, so you can feel the edge of a washer, and the rounded side goes towards the nut. Or the rounded side goes. Oh my God. These needed to go in before that thing went on. Holy crap. This is going to be so difficult. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, pro tip, put these things on first. Holy crap. You can see. Oh yeah. I'm going to have to put this in a wrench and then put it up there. Yeah, so do these guys when they're off the motorcycle. So I'm going to preload this wrench. Kind of scoot them up there. Oops. Oh, I have no way of. Yeah. Holy crap! I have to take this off because we have to attach these with it off. Yeah. There's no way for me to move around. So okay, good. Get the ground. All right. So we'll zoom these out quick and then attach. I didn't realize that. Where am I zooming that on? All right, folks. Give me says I haven't had to use my little magnet. I know I just jinxed myself. Rip this thing. Not rip it, but slide this rubber right out of there. Not pretty long, but I don't know. So yeah, these guys have to go on beforehand because there's no way to access these nuts once it's on. So, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a rock loctite. Oh, I'm going to put a drop of Loctite threads because it's blue and nothing too fierce. I do not want them. Not my lock nuts. So, just going to help them out a little. That's all. That is all. Okay. So, yeah, this is the only way you can get access, especially the front one. The rear one you can kind of access. Front one, I can get that. I'm not totally sure about that large flat washer. To me, I think this should be better fit. Where's my instructions? So you cut all this stuff. Yeah, it's supposed to have that collar on it. Shows right there. So, okay, that's what you guys say. With you. Right, nice and tight. Not going anywhere. Okay, now we put this one back in. If the rubber will cooperate. Whoa. I don't know how long that rubber actually lasts. Nice, it's really very good. All right, sorry. I just realized the mic is still way over there. So, okay. We get this guy in so I can screw with that rubber some more. Wearing. It's going to fall. Oh, come on. Of course, I lost it. Of course, that's the wrong one. How'd we go? Oh. that far off. There he goes. Okay, leave him just a touch loose so I can wiggle this rubber back up into position. Okay, that's how he's going to have to go. It's just weird. Okay, handle on one side, handle singular, and let's get this guy set up. Want him in the center. Rubber pieces in. Click. This guy's not even sticking on there. Just gonna hang it. Click. Here, because he is holding it. He's a big bolt too. So. Okay. This guy just keeps going down. Okay. Both are on there nice and tight. Let's try one, right? This is this side. So he goes on. And then he clicks into place. That is really cool. And technically you don't need the lock. And you can open it while it's latched on, which is really cool. Then you want to take it with you, the handle, automatic, slide it off, ready to go. That is slick. Very slick. All right, we're going to pull this guy off and redo those. So here, get this guy and the washer. So easy to lose those washers. Into this guy in the washer. Lift out of here. God, I really don't want to do this. Piece up from that. Okay, stay there, rubber. Try and keep the rubber in place. Okay. So silly. All right. We're gonna do the same thing with the blue Loctite on these two right here. And again, just a little shot, a long way. Not trying to hold an engine block together. That's right here. Even with it out, it's still a really tight fit in here. Okay. cap for our Loctite that can go back. We'll crank our 10 millimeters down. I can't tell you guys how excited I am to have luggage on this. Okay. Yeah, there we go. All right. Go back. Get this guy. I'm gonna have to come over here so I can see. Hey. Yeah, the adhesive for this rubber is not good. I think it's the same rubber they used to build the luxury suites at Fire Festival. That's my guess. Stay up here. This is just kind of a lot of flexing and maneuvering. I'm trying to keep the rubber in place because the adhesive isn't doing that for you. So you have to kind of help the rubber stay in place. That's our bolts and washers. Start off with this guy front. Just a little bit loose. This one stayed up a lot better than the other ones, but still not gripping. And we'll get him centered. A little bit more. Click. It's pretty damn centered. Click. And our seat still works. Okay. Both are on. These things are strong, man. And you can still, I guess there's a little bit of flex in there, but these things are strong as hell back here. Even though they're plastic, these things are, you can lift the whole bike with this. So, that's 2 sets down. And one thing, and I'll show this to you guys over here. So I'll check the bag on this side. I'll push you guys back so you can kind of see what's happening with the bag. Why won't it stay in position? Damn it. This is our clamp. This is our mounting bar. And this is our luggage. You can see the post down here. This guy slides right in. And then we have our latch up here. As long as we have this open, it'll be unlatched. Now he's latched on there. And then here's the cool part. If you just want something out of this, you can open this up and you can get whatever you want out of there. Close it back up and then you can lock it. I have new keys coming, obviously. But yeah, these are, and then when you want to take it off, unlatch, slide it back, and it's like a little miniature suitcase. So there's one. There's two. And we now have our side bags on the motorcycle. So I'll bring you guys back over here. Get a view from the other side. And that's sort of what it looks like now. Like I said, you just pop off, slide off, and then you can take it wherever you want. They go right back on. And they're on there very securely. They're not coming off. For the bottom posts, and I didn't go through this because I already had them on here before I came to you guys. The bottom posts are very, very simple. There's two bolts here. You do have to remove the chain guard, but that's just two little bolts. And then you can tighten, they're on the back side of this foot peg rest. And then in the plastic, there are two little cutouts on each side. They're little kind of triangular shaped, and you just trim them with wire cutters, and it gives you an access hole. There's a little bushing. Bolts go right in. So there's two bolts here, and two bolts that go up that way, and then there's two bolts on the back side here. That is it for these. And like I said, without the bags on here, this protrudes a little bit, but no more than the original handrest. And then this guy is really the only other thing you see. He is not in the way of your feet when you're riding normal. And he shouldn't be in the way of your passenger's feet either. It might touch a pant leg or something. But that's it. This one is very easy to install. You don't need to do other parts or anything like that. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about these. That's how quick that is. No going down and latching stuff and all of this and straps that come over. It's one handle, release, and take off. Super, super excited about that. So, that's all for now. And I am going to go to the bathroom quick, if that's okay. That's not my camera. And then we'll come back and we'll do the trunk. We'll do the rear deck, if that's cool with you guys. So I'll actually I'll just put the bag. Put this bag back on so you guys can see it. God, that's so cool. It's on there really sturdy. I like that. I like that a lot. And I love that you can get into it without having to take it off. So cool. All right. I'll be back. Woo! Rockstar just rips through me. Right. Hopefully this back deck is a little bit easier and we don't have to take stuff apart in order to do it. Let's see if we can get this back deck on. And I'll try and get you guys a little bit closer because it's up higher. So this guy already came. He comes without these little rubber grommets. You just push them in and pull them through the back. So he comes with those, and then they don't tell you how these are supposed to go and the bushings or how the washers are. So you got to figure all that out on your own. So as far as I know, this slides in and hopefully these can get tightened up. Should have enough room. So long and short. So they do them just like that. Hopefully everything stays together. Hopefully. Nope. Almost. Yeah, this bushing wants to slide right off of there. Stay on there, buddy. And this is also glass fiber. PA6 glass fiber 30%. So it's stamped in here. And it's the official Honda part and all that. So that's kind of cool. So these guys, yep. Okay. Flip this over. Yeah, I think all these are going to have to come out. All right, we'll do one at a time. Okay. So, oops, come here, bolt. Slide in from underneath. We go on the outside. No, he's got to go on the inside. So, okay. Hardware side. Okay, so we got to come back and loosen these bolts so that we can get this guy in here. Yeah. Okay. Again, they don't tell you any of this until you find out on your own. Right? Oh, I should probably take the bag off. I don't weigh anything. Almost there. Okay, here we go. Wow. Okay. So now, of course, I don't have a bolt within on reach or a sleeve. Okay. And a short one, short bolt. Let's try on the other side. There he is. Okay. Again, I'm going to use some, just a touch of blue Loctite because these are not nylocks and they probably will vibrate a little bit. So to help them out. That's the one is vibrating where it should. Oh, that's the short. This is a long one. This looks perfectly lined up. Apparently, it is not. I would swear it is. Oh, there it goes. Okay. There. Okay. Those are some pretty tight tolerances. These ones you actually can access from top. Yeah. Now you see the point of them doing this in 3 different pieces. But if you want to do the luggage carrier, then you would have to do these other 2 pieces, but you wouldn't have to do these. So that's, I think, why they do all this stuff separately. Although I'm pretty sure they have a different luggage carrier where this whole rear cowl comes off. But that's all right. Okay. Yeah, so as again get pretty centered. So we'll get them tightened up. Snugged up. Yeah, it's actually, with this now, it's not too terrible to switch back to just the regular handholds. So I would not be totally against that. You know, if for some reason, you know, it's going to be a long-term thing, or if I'm trying to get a replacement, something. Try and make sure these are even on both sides. Click. 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 Now, that is a very, very sturdy setup. So let's check our luggage carrier. Now, also the cool part with this is you can just do bungee cords, and you can do regular cargo on here if you want to not use the trunk. So let's put our trunk on, and this is the big trunk. This is 40 some liters, a 45-liter trunk. Do that the right way, and then I don't want to fall off, so I'm going to make sure I do this the right way. Okay, there we go. And the same thing, you can get into the trunk without having to take it off. The key holds that a lot better. There's no key in there. So there's our trunk. The one thing I'm curious about with the trunk is it comes with a cool luggage strap. Does it hold a full-size helmet? At least one. Your average size helmets, they're not nothing special. And no, well, a little bulgy with a full-size helmet, but it does bulge a little at the top, but it will hold a full-size helmet, which is cool. I think normal is to just have open face helmets, not full helmets. And that's fine. So let's see how this looks with the luggage on it. It's definitely a bigger motorcycle, which is, a little bit interesting. It'll definitely be different with wind and everything else. Wow. Not bad, right? And I can now go away for the weekend. So all I got to do is put the seat back on. Seats plural. That's fun. And this is really nice. We definitely use. There's some scratches on them. We can do some cleanup and some back to black, and it should be back to normal. And I'll probably do a pad here, a foam pad, a backrest for passenger. But yeah, this is really nice. And then to release it, just push that red button, slide it off. Nice. Not too bad. And then these guys come off. You probably do it one-handed. Oh, that's so slick. And we're kind of back to, except for the longer rear deck, he's not any longer than the taillight. Not bad. So let's get this seat back on. I got to do the two nuts, or the two bolts up here. Go with Loctite. There we go. So these two guys on top of tailpiece. Oh boy, tailpiece is flexed out slightly, like a lot slightly. Wide. Push him back in. This is going to be good. Yeah. All right, let's try this. Constant pressure. There we go. Maybe. It lined up, but he missed. All right, let's try the other side. There he goes. Yeah. How can this guy be that far off? There he goes. Maybe. Ah, he just does not want to line up there. Oh. All right, hang on. Flex down. Flex him back. He just won't line up. He keeps going around the edge. Oh, yeah. He caught. All right, hang on. Okay. He's back in. Right at the last second. Okay. That guy's back in. Now we can do our seat. these guys. One. Pull the seat bracket back up. Line up these three. Just get one of them on there. And this thing's going to weigh itself down. And if you want, when you're doing stuff on this, you can actually put a paper towels or a cloth or something here to prevent things from falling, or you don't want them to fall. This will go back in here. We need our other washer on that side, and we need our spring and our other stuff. I'll bring you guys in a little closer so you can see what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to bring our bucket over. I also have a couple of the body clips, like you see here. These guys. So usually they're very easy to put in when you're on the correct side of the vehicle. I think there's 3 on each side. And these are, if I'll show you the top, you just pull that top center section out and then the thing pops out. What is the problem here? That thing just does not want to go in there. All right, let's try this guy. This is really difficult to do left-handed and backwards. Really difficult. And also, I can't see anything. It's a black piece on a black plug on. And there's 2 up underneath. Okay, all those guys. And yes, I have OCD, so I line them up. And so now comes our fun part. We have our 2 washers, and we're going to figure out which one is the spring and which one has a spring. I think this guy has the spring. So this one's going to come down. Now remember, we got to face it the right way. So he's going to be facing that way. He's going to come all the way down. He's going to go right there. Now this guy's going to come in here, and we're going to hold him, and we're going to put that spring on. We're going to put that washer on. Oh boy. And then we're going to put this little tiny clip in there using just our fingers. And we're good to go. That's all it is. So now you lift up, this folds down, and it'll lock into place. And then you should pop lock. Now, when he does pop lock, you can tighten these guys back up. So the only other thing we have left are these 4. What is, wait. Oh, I have that other, this is the other spring clip for this. which goes, I need a light. Forgot about that guy. He goes. Okay. So yeah, washer, then spring clip. And he's in. Okay. Once you get the seat to unlock normally, then you can tighten down these three guys. The other thing I have are these guys, and they are the covers for this, for these bolts. Now they gave me little rubber fillers instead of these covers, but I like these covers a little bit better. And I think they gave me the fillers because if the bolts aren't centered, these won't work very well. But these covers are nice because they keep corrosion and stuff out of there. And they just press right into the socket area. So there we go. I'm going to get the seat. Once I get the 10 mil. Damn it. Mini wrench. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. Now we're going to put our regular seat back in. Where'd it go? Here. And there's this tongue right here. It goes underneath this. And then you have your two bolts that mount back here. And before we do this, we're going to make sure everything is back in. This rubber is a joke. I might actually take it out. Unless I can find some kind of better way for it. All of our clips are back on. All of our bolts are in. Covers. So make sure this tongue goes under here. Because if you can lift it now, that would be bad. And with this seat, there's a little squeaking. You don't really hear it when you're riding, but oh, where'd my 10 mil go? The bolts. And the other good part about doing this cup, when there's nothing left, that means you did the job right. So we'll start these guys by hand. A little bit of pressure on the seat to get that to line up. There it is. And a 10 mil. These don't have a torque spec, as far as I know. Seat's nice and tight. Lift up on the rod. Then if we drop this, it should latch. Hey, not bad. So, here we go. Take a look at this. Sockets and sockets and more sockets. All right. So let's bring you guys back. Okay. So here we have the NC700X. And hey, Liz. Yeah, I did have to do a bunch of cutting, but it's a tight fit. You can barely see it. So I'm not too worried about it. And even if I put the other ones back on, it's not really going to be that big a deal. So I'll start with the side bags. They call them panniers. I'm going to get more fluent with this, I'm sure. There's two. I hope I get more fluent at this. There's three, and I think I can just push down. Yeah, I can just, what's that lock still? I can just push down and it'll lock. This lock won't stay, or this latch won't stay. There. There we go. We now have luggage on the NC700X. And that's how quickly it goes on. And that's how quickly it comes off. So, just go back just a little bit. There we go. But 2.5 hours. So not too bad. And this is what it looks like. So now I really actually do have a ton of room here. I think this is 45 liters, and I think these are 29 liters. That's a lot of storage. So, and it's not super in the way. Like I have it on the center stand. So even on the center stand, it's actually very normal. It's not usually in my way. It doesn't really affect vision. I know that I'm wider now, that's for sure. But I've never, I'm not big into splitting lanes or anything like that. So just a little more cognizant with this stuff here. And there's still plenty of room for another set of legs here. And another person back here who's still sitting upright. So very content with this. Very content. I'm very happy. And to get it all OEM and to get it all matching, that's a big deal. I like that. So that's I'll do a different angle for you guys. That's it for tonight. Hopefully you guys like that, and hopefully someone who has a 2012 or I think it's 2010 through 2012. There's no videos on how to do this. They send you the instructions. You don't know. You thought you got all the parts. You thought you got the post and the handles for this, and you got the back rack, but you didn't realize you actually need the side rails too, the handrails, because they're all integral. And I don't know why they sell them different. I don't know why you have to do trimming, but now you guys know the rubber is kind of crap. Those rubber things that they do, there's got to be a better way to do that. I'll probably figure out something different, some different leather stripping. And now you know how this works. Like I said, I still have to get the keys. They'll be here. I think they'll be here Monday or Tuesday, and then the key here, the main key, will actually work these keys. So I really only need one key for it, which is great. And though I might keep this as a separate key because it does have a different key. I might keep the trunk separate just in case. But yeah, I'm very happy with this. It really takes a really great motorcycle and makes it a lot more versatile. And very quickly, like you saw, how quickly I can put those bags on. In less than 60 seconds, I can put 3 bags on, which is great. So yeah, very content with this. I'm glad I spent the money. It was, let's see, about, let's see, $100,000. Yeah, about $1,900 shipping and everything, and the new keys. About $800 with the new keys. So worth it to take a $6,000 or $7,000 motorcycle and turn it into a big weekender. That's a great thing. I really like this motorcycle. It's 480 pounds, under 500 pounds. Great torque. I have absolutely no problem with torque. So adding on a load of whatever's in here, and if there's another person, has no problem with any of that. This stuff's on there. This is, I can shake the whole bike and it's not going anywhere. So hopefully you guys like this. Hopefully I find someone else out there that has a 2012 or 2010, and you guys see the differences between that and the 2013 through the 2019 NC700s, and hopefully it helps someone out there. But yeah, this is the OEM Luggage. This is how it all works. If you guys have any questions, definitely shoot me a note here. Happy to answer them for you. I'll try to answer them. I'm definitely not a pro on this stuff. I've been learning, but it took me forever to find this stuff in decent condition. Normal price, so I'm glad I did. Those guys in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania were really great and definitely helpful. So I'd highly recommend, if I remember the name of their place, I'd recommend it. They were super cool. And if you do have an NC700X, the first gen, I recommend the backs. It's a slick setup, and get all of these off of here. I'm not even rushing. Get all of them off in less than a minute. And back to kind of a long tail, but that's part of the deal. I'm sure they have a setup where you can get rid of the rear seat and have it, but I don't want that. I definitely want the rear seat. So thanks everyone for hanging out tonight. I know it took a little while, but instructions were okay, and had to figure out a few things, but I really like it. I'm very happy with how this motorcycle now works. And in Florida, it's going to be great. Just rip up 75 or rip over to Miami. It's going to be great. So thanks everyone for hanging out tonight. I really appreciate it. Again, don't forget to subscribe and shoot me some questions if you got any. Happy to answer them. There's more questions. Looks good all together. Yeah, it does. I'm happy. Be back here tomorrow with I don't know yet. Possibly limo stuff. I don't know. We'll see. And possibly John's car. I know John wanted to do something on his Mustang. He was getting an alignment today or tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's where we're at. So motorcycle's all ready for Florida, and all the luggage is ready to go. So I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate all the notes and messages that you guys sent. Those are all fantastic. That's so cool. When that's locked, that would be really nice. Just right on. Okay. So right in place. That's how easy that is. So yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out tonight. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to show someone that you love them. Give them a kiss on the cheek, give them a kiss on the tip of their nose, hold their hand, give it a squeeze. It's really important for you. It's really important for them, but it's far more important for you. All right, thanks everyone. Have a great night. We will catch you this weekend. Cool, thanks.